Okay, I'm going to start this one. It's called Diets for Disease Control and Metabolic Breakdown. No matter what your situation, you start with a detox, which I've already done. That's item 1. This will be now how to get healthy. Morning should be fruit, so this section will be strictly fruit. You notice I'm just here looking at all these fruits, and quite frankly, the first thing I want to mention to people is that you see an awful lot of people in cooking shows saying zest, and they're peeling the peeling. Well, don't do it. It's full of pesticides and chemical poisoning, and that's not something I'm going to ever recommend. I also recommend that you stay away from acidic foods in the beginning. I can't handle oranges, although I'm sure they're really healthy, but I just can't handle them. Some people are okay with them. But I would suggest things like blueberries, cherries, and I'm going to just go over here to looking at all these apples, but I don't approve of anything that's not organic. So I'm not going to tell you what store I'm in because I don't want to promote any one store over the other. That's not kosher. So personally, I like the Gala apples the best. They're not too hard to chew, and if they are, use a blender or chop them up somehow. I don't like the little ones, okay? You see, these are Pink Lady. They're very, very hard, and I just have a thing. If they're that small, I'm paying for a lot of seed and a lot of core. I prefer it to be nice, large, good size, and you're getting more flesh of the apple than you are seeds. Raspberries are okay, but the seeds, it's hard to chew, and they can get stuck in your teeth, and it's not a good thing. Grapes are very high in sugar, so I don't eat that a lot, only because I just don't digest them well. And I don't approve of these great big huge oversized grapes. I think they've been fed hormones. I don't know if that's true or not, but it just kind of bugs me. And yeah, your morning should start with fruit. Kiwi's excellent. It's a really good fruit, and I do approve of that. Also, okra. I'm going to show you the okra section later, but right now I don't want to get into vegetables too much. And for most of you, you think that banana is a fruit. No, it's not. It's a seed, and it's a starch, and it should go with your lunch, because lunch will be your carbs. Vegetables are in between. And I'm just going to wander around here, and some tomatoes. Okay, the larger the tomato, the more the acid. See, these are really nice, but they have high acid content, and you're better off with smaller for the purposes of detox. Strawberries are excellent if you can find them. But see, this is Northern Ontario, and I'm going to tell you, they come in here practically half mold, and I just don't approve of it. Frozen is definitely safer and better. I get most of my fruits frozen. Now, this is what I mean about the cherry tomatoes. See? Nice size, a really nice size, looking good. Yeah, yum, yum. And they're very healthy. Any of the smaller ones, they're less acidic, and they're really good for you. They're also anti-carcinogenic. It doesn't matter if you cook them, it doesn't matter if you get them in a can. No salt, please. Absolutely no salt. Okay, and see the bananas? Okay, you don't have to worry about organic with bananas because the skin is really thick, and you don't have to worry. You're going to peel it anyway. An interesting thing, if you don't believe me about how much sugar's in here, take a banana and fry it up, and then you'll see how sweet it gets. Quite yummy, actually. But that can be your lunch, because it is a starch, and it's a healthy starch. It's got potassium, which is really healthy for the heart, unless you've got kidney disease, and that's a whole nother subject. And other than that, that's it for your fruit. There's a number of exotic fruits. I don't get into that. If it comes from Mexico, South America, overseas, I don't want it, because by the time it gets here, sometimes it got little spider and bug larvae in them, and yeah, we're getting poisonous spiders in Canada and Northern Ontario already. I mean, it's just so stupid. So I don't approve of anything like that. But if you like pears are good. I don't like them, but you know, they're good. Nothing wrong with them. And I stick to products of the United States or Canada. Try to buy local wherever you can. But this, you know, in Northern Canada, we are very limited. So I go with an awful lot of frozen. And blackberries, well, same thing. Got a lot of seeds. Look what we're paying for blueberries. Teeny weeny bitsy little thing, and it's like, my God, $5. It's a bit much. There's easier ways. These are also a nice tomato. This one is organic. This is really quite lovely. Yum, yum. I think I'm going to take some. Yeah, because they're good. Love them. And garlic is really not a fruit, so you're not going to do any of that in the morning. You really shouldn't. I stay away from cantaloupes. Melons are good. Mangoes are really great. Pineapples are really good. I like pineapples. But I have a problem with cantaloupe and some of the melons. They have a lot of mold, and so you can be... It's not really allergic. Like, what you're allergic to is the mold, but you can get really sick on it. So I don't approve of that as part of my detox program for Diets for Disease Control. And I think I've about covered almost everything where fruit is concerned. I also don't approve of fruit juices because they go into your system too fast. That may be okay for somebody who's like super strong, like a basketball player, whatever, but it makes me sick. So I don't touch any of that. And a little drop of apple cider vinegar with your fruit's a good thing to do too, and a drop of honey. Nothing wrong with honey. And yep, that's it for now. Chowsy Wazzy.